last topic, it's about the future. So what innovations or technical solutions maybe you predict will be on the market of the digital mental health and well-being? And another part of this question is how to overcome the stigma that we've been talking about previous panel. So still, even though that mental health is like burning issue now, still there is so many biases and stigmas in the society. Like IE assistance solutions, variables, development tools, more data usage, and so on and so forth. So, what trends are you feeling in this sector? You can start.
I can start.
Okay.
As always. Okay. So I invented a kind of new type of VC, quite strange. I have a kind of strange VC because we said, okay, we're going to deploy 80% in tech companies and 20% in more social impact companies with a much lower rate or much lower returns. And we do that because I think only making money is boring. And there's also a lot of investors that want to participate into a fund, and not only by giving their money, but maybe also giving their time or their talents and networks, their expertise, etc. Because I thought it's a little bit strange that you have talented entrepreneurs, they do an exit, and then they start golfing, wine tasting, buying cars, and then they're done, you know? That's not going to help the world to the next stage. So, coming back to your question, what will be the trend? Yeah, so I think we invest in technology because it's very scalable, of course, and you can make good money with scalable technology if it really works. But on the same time, I think that technology is not always a blessing, as I already mentioned a little bit in my talk. To a certain extent, it's also a curse, and we need also, let's say, the old wisdom of building communities, offline stuff. I really want to integrate that, also, to invest in that kind of things. Maybe it's not really very smart technology, but I think it should have a place in the ecosystem, also to keep us, sane. As investors and founders, and there's a kind of ecosystem where different types of people meeting each other and influencing each other with ideas that maybe a tech founder can get an impact learning from a social founder. I try to look for the kind of hybrid solutions, and not only online but also offline. And I'm also interested, for example, in founders that do other things than only being very busy with their startups. So are they participating in a sports club or in a church, or are they doing voluntary work? Are they reading books? Because I think we need a kind of holistic approach, also to really, because a lot of problems, they have a kind of they should be approached in a really fundamental way, right? So, what is the real problem, and is this to be solved with technology or not, or with a discussion about that? So, maybe it's not a very good answer to the question, but I try to give some context about how I think that we could move forward, because when VC is only a kind of a money game, and we use the founders as a kind of fuel to that, because you have to realize VC funds are always fine, you know? They get money from LPs, they have a nice office, they spend the money from other people, but you will be not fine as a founder, because VCs know the whole model is that only 2 of the 10 people will succeed and the other 8 will fail. So a lot of people will invest 10 years of your life, probably the best 10 years, and you will end up with totally nothing. Yeah? And that's sad. And you have to really before you start being a founder or raising funds, to think about this. And then also about the type of investor you would like to have on board. Maybe for many founders, I would suggest go for angel investors, because they have a long horizon and they're not so critical. They don't ask for liquidation preferences. They are not taking all the profit away once the company is sold, or work together with a venture studio. But we should also educate, I think, a little bit young, talented founders and people, that they know what the game, what will they start, because, yeah.
Thank you. Dasha.
I wanted to say from the B2B perspective about usage of different mental health, well-being, personal growth products, that as we are selling to B2Bs, for us is it is very easy to sell to CEOs of the companies, to the top managers, to HRDs, L&Ds. But the problem starts that people are so busy that they can't stop sometimes and give time to using this new product that they can help them. And it is very often that the product is available for everybody in the company, but really only 1% of employees uses it, and all the 99% ignores it. And what we do now in our product, that we sell both to top managers and to employees. So we prepare toolkits, we prepare education programs, we prepare different use cases, webinars that will show how to use it and increase usage within the company, but not only the fact that the product is able but is not used by anyone. So this is our take.
Yes, I think I completely agree that the problem is with mental health and basically with every health application or product is that we basically don't have problem with knowledge. The problem is with motivation. And whoever solves this motivation problem, I think this product is gonna win. Currently, what we have on the market, most of market leaders, they basically failed to deliver on the promise, because like you cannot fix your mental health with 10 minutes meditation or something else. So basically, I think that you need to make hard things somehow easy. I think like Duolingo is a good example of that. So they did it, almost did it like in education, and something like this should appear in this mental health development market.
Just to build on that, gamification is a great example, and there are some products on the market like Duolingo for mental health, like a head app, for example, from Germany. They're trying to help people to overcome anger, basically with game mechanics like Duolingo-like mechanics. And I think the further development of kind of digital-only space is, of course, AI. Because in the past we had no way to truly personalize the message, to deliver it in the right way, in the right moment, using the right tone of voice that kind of touches this intrinsic motivation of a particular user, just to remind them why they subscribe like at all to this app and so on. And also AI can facilitate the group discussions. I am a big believer in kind of creating the social pressure and accountability within small groups, maybe not so small. But in the past, as a digital product, it was very hard to affordably scale these groups on a kind of population level around the millions of users, let's say. And now we can kind of embed the AI assistant, AI coach, AI therapist, whoever in this small group, and they will nudge the real people, and because of the social dynamics, because of the people are accountable to each other, not to the machine, they will comply and kind of better and adhere better to the recommendations of these agents. And this is about the digital-only part, but I also believe that the digital-only solutions are not enough. They're infinitely scalable, they're cheap, they're affordable to billions of people, but it's not enough to fix some kind of more serious issues. Say there is a war in Ukraine, and there are like thousands of people with PTSR, and you're not going to fix it with an app, right? And so you need VR solutions, you need pharmaceutical and biotech solutions, you need like whatever substances like ketamine, shrooms, whatever, like with a guided kind of therapy, but done in a scalable way. Again, maybe with VR or something else. I believe we'll see a lot of innovations in that direction as well.
Yeah, thank you. And regarding the stigma, I think Christina also talked about this psychoeducation. So it's very important, and well, we have to educate people, and this is Dasha also was talking about, and Zhenya. So we also feel that this is quite important, not only to provide some user experience, but also to educate, about this emotional intelligence and so on and so forth. So, well, I think we catch up a bit time, so I think we can finish. And thank you. Thank you very much for your insights, and thank you for being with us in this panel.